This is actually going to be a longer video. I'm going to be going into depth about fasting. So let's get started. The oldest cure in the world. That is also the title of a book that was published in 2022 about the history and the benefits of fasting. The author's name is Steve Hendricks. He goes into the history of fasting and how it's being used for health reasons. Fasting has been used for political leverage throughout history, but of course we are going to focus just on the benefits of health. Paul Bragg also wrote a book about fasting that came out in 1972. You probably know him from his writings on apple cider vinegar. There was a new interest in fasting in the 60s and 70s, and now here we are. There are several different nuanced ways of fasting protocol. I'm just going to name some and do a quick summary of them. You have the 16-8 method, which I kind of tweaked to be the 18-6 method, because I thought that if you have an 8-hour job, that means you get to eat the whole time you're at your job. So it didn't seem that challenging to me. So instead, I usually started eating around 2 p.m. and stopped at 8 p.m. You can tailor this to your work schedule or just daily routine. Next, we have the 5-2 diet. It's when you eat normally on 5 days, but pick 2 non-consecutive days that you have caloric restrictions, usually around 500 to 600 calories per day. I give myself 600 calories to play around with since I have a lot of muscle and my requirements for protein are high. Next on the list is Eat Stop Eat, which I have not tried. You fast for 24 hours once or twice a week. Since you fast only 1 or 2 days a week, you can plan ahead. Next is the Warrior Diet. I personally have utilized the time window of this fast. It combines a 20-hour fast with a 4-hour eating window, but it allows you to consume small amounts of raw fruits and vegetables during the fasting time. I would allow myself the vegetables, but opt for berries instead of fruit. The vegetables were steamed or blanched. I don't really like raw vegetables. Berries will give you the sugar for energy, but also high antioxidants, and the vegetables will also give you nutrients and fiber. Depending on the kind of fruit, you may be very sensitive to the sugar spikes of that fruit. Next up is spontaneous meal skipping, which sounds just like it sounds. This just happens sometimes, but you can also make it happen. There is also a form called crescendo fasting. It's when you gradually increase the duration of fasting periods. This to me seems more like a tool to begin your fasting process. You can use crescendo fasting to adapt to longer periods of fasting. Along with increasing the fasting hours, you can also decrease the calories. There's also longer periods of fasting, for example, 48 hours or longer, but these usually have very specific goals. And there are usually for more advanced students of fasting and they're in relatively excellent health. I have done a couple 36-hour fasts. I might do this every 3 months. But these were not water fasts. I used bone broth, miso, and other low caloric nutrients. The fasting protocol I utilize is alternate day fasting. You go between days of regular eating and low calorie intake, and also complete fasting days. I really enjoyed the choices. You do have to have some discipline and habits in place to start fasting, but you also gather discipline and habits from fasting. One thing that people really notice when fasting is how much you eat because of boredom and stress and emotional situations. Also, you appreciate food a lot more. I think it resets your taste buds. You can say it increases mindfulness. Fasting has lots of benefits, including improving cardiovascular health, including blood pressure levels, stimulating the production of brain-derived neurotropic factor that supports the growth and maintenance of neurons, reducing chronic inflammation, cellular repair, and removal of damaged cells and debris. Also improves insulin sensitivity. You also have a better understanding of how much fuel your body really needs on a daily basis. I find I can still work out and be active even when I'm fasting. I just prioritize my nutrients. I started with 18.6 and 5.2 when I was working full time. So I did 2 days of 5.2, 3 days of 18.6, and then 2 days of anything, eating anything. I found that you choose more healthy options on the 2 days that you can eat anything. Also, remember to drink water. Your body doesn't know the difference when you're thirsty or when you're hungry. So if you feel hungry, I would suggest to drink some water and wait about an hour and really see and listen to your body to see if you are hungry or not. Also use either electrolytes or take trace mineral supplements. And be smart. Don't push yourself into an unhealthy situation. Never fast if you are sick or have other health issues that will jeopardize your health. And please subscribe. Leave a comment, please. I love interaction. And until next time.